Hello everybody and welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, and this, my friends, is the Thunder Show, aka the internet's most passionate wine program. And about a week ago, last weekend actually, I posted in the Wine Library TV forums. That's right, there's a Wine Library TV forums. Mott, link that up. Maybe get some of the new Vaniacs to join some of the old school guys. Said, hey, why don't you guys pick the show, and I'll do it blind. So, had a bunch of requests. We got more coming in the future days. So, basically it was like, hey, I want to do some blind tastings. I want to let some of the old school peeps get some love. And so, Weston, big shout out to you. You requested a Southern French white wine show. So, here we are. K-Murph has picked 3. I have no idea anything other than Southern French. This is not like the Rhone Valley or Languedoc. This is Southern France white wine show, wine number 1. So these are fun. I think everybody gets a kick out of the blind tastings. I have to assume, knowing what I know about south of France, could be sparkling juice, could be Marsanne, Roussanne, Viognier, maybe Chardonnay if it's a Vin de Pays. For Sauvignon Blanc, could be for that matter. So, but let's see what's going on here. So, nice golden color on wine number 1. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. And it smells very much like a Rhone white wine varietal. So, it's got a little bit of that Marsanne, Roussanne kind of thing. But this is pretty chalky, and a little bit of kind of virgin olive oil meets a little peach fuzz kind of thing going on. Let's give it a whirl. Pretty oily, but good acidity. The alcohol spikes a little bit on the tail end on this wine. That concerns me a little bit, but it's got good meat to it. Good structure, very floral, white flowers kind of spike on this wine. A little bit of I don't know, I had this kind of olive oil ice cream at a restaurant a few months ago. Yeah, man, I go to the fancy places that they do that kind of stuff, you know? And this kind of reminds me of it a little bit. So it's got this olive oil kind of creamy sensibility to it. Very crisp. Nice kind of white raisins on it. Interesting wine. Good acid. Little spiky on the alcohol. That's what's kind of going through my mind. Wine number 2. All right. Let's give it a little bit of a rinse. First, it's a big rinse. Put that up. Rinse. Let's see what's going on here. So it's even darker than the first wine. So first thing we kind of pay attention to is a little bit more of that color going through. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. Now this has a much more funky nose. Very different style wine. Very different. Little marzipan on the finish on the nose. Kind of oily. Kind of smells like the back of a fast food restaurant to me, believe it or not. It smells a little bit like the back kitchen of a McDonald's or Burger King. Kind of greasy, if you will. But the marzipan really kicks on a finish. Wow. A lot, actually. Let's give it a whirl. This wine's very Viognier-like. Really comes across like a white Chateauneuf de Pape. Pretty well made. I like it. I mean, I would really guess Rhone. First one, I'm not quite sure. This one really feels Southern Rhone to me. Marsanne, Roussanne kind of style, but very, very Chateauneuf de Pape-like, because it's bigger and bolder. And it just reminds me, I drink a fair amount of Chateauneuf de Pape whites, and maybe if it's not Chateauneuf de Pape, it might be one of those secondary areas in the Southern Rhone, but it feels very Southern Rhone white wine to me. Going a little bit on a limb here, Mott. Could get a little embarrassed. Could be Condrieu and go north. But I don't know. Kind of like that wine. Really well made. Let's see what happens there. Marked it up. We'll give you my scores in a second. Wine number 3. This is really golden. Oh, sorry, Mott. Good job, by the way. Really golden of the 3. Let's see what's going on here. Wow. Snippy snip. Now, this is like... Oh, my God. Smell this, Mott. It's almost like burnt wood. Really, really smoky. Do you get that? Interesting, right?
Mm-hmm. Sticky.
God, this really smells like burnt wood. This is like it smells like ash, really, to be honest with you. Little banana peel. Very smoky. Whew, very smoky. Ashtray-like. Let's give it a whirl. And here we go. And there you have it. In last place, 87 points. Felt Roussanne Marsanne-like. Didn't feel like Rhone-wise. Felt like maybe from an awkward place, Provence, Languedoc. $20. This felt by far, I feel like these two wines are going to be definitely more expensive than this wine. And if not, this is a rip-off. I gave it 87 points, though, because it was pretty well made. It has some pretty good structure. It's meaty. It's a little too bombastic for me. The nose is funky. It has got a little, like, smoky mustard thing going on. Not horrible, but not of the caliber of the other two. Really felt like in a different class than these two. I'm going to give it 87 points. I predict the wine is $20. It's probably a little more, but I'd like it to be $20. Chateau Larocque, 2007 from Languedoc. We got that. $16. Marsanne Roussanne and Vermentino. And Jim K from the forums suggested we try this wine. So I guess Weston went Southern Rhone. Jim K went specifically in the forums to request this wine. There you go, Jimmy K. You know, it was okay. It was really funky smokiness on the nose, that mustard thing, and then a little bit like almost New World Roussanne, Marsanne on the palate. I think I said maybe Languedoc or Provence. I felt like it was not a Rhone play, but that had a lot to do with the shape of the bottle. I gotta tell you the truth. I gotta be transparent. I could just tell it, you know. Anyway, in second place was the first wine. Really liked it. I thought it was really powerful. The alcohol bothered me, so I went 90 points. Wine number one went 90 plus points. These are outrageously close. I did give it here. I felt this was a $30 wine. I felt this was a $40 wine. Keep that in mind. Both had Rhone-like characteristics to them. Definitely this. I'd be stunned if this wasn't a Rhone. This could be a Rhone as well. Maybe in another plot. Anyway, good wine. St. Combe, 2009, Côte de Rhone Blanc. This wine rolls in at $16, which gets me freaking pumped. $16, 30% Roussanne, 30% Viognier, 20% Marsanne, 10% Claret, 10% Picot. This is 5 months on lease. This is a staggering value. I'm completely stunned that this is $16. Scored at 90 points, and I highly recommend it. Really enjoyed it. Fabulous effort. Great buy. Steal of a steal. So I love the brown bags. Find it, try it, love it, cherish it. Hold it like a baby. Drink it. And the winning wine, $30. And I thought this was more expensive than this one. Big stunner out of here. $30. 90 points plus. I do think it's a white shot off the pot. And it is. But it is $55, which takes a little thunder out. This is the Jeunesse Chateauneuf de Pop Blanc, 93 points, Robert Parker, 50% Grenache Blanc, 25% Roussanne, 25% Claret, 55 bones, beautiful wine, loved it, do think it's overpriced, and I think Parker overrated it a little bit. I like this wine a little bit more. You can almost buy 5 bottles of this for the, 4, let's do the actual math instead of, you can buy, 4 bottles, 60, 3.5 bottles of this to 1 bottle of this, and clearly my palate thinks that's the way to go. So interesting results. Felt like those two were much different than this. Funny, I said that these two were a much different pedigree and price point than this, though these end up being the same price point. That's why we love the bags, we love the excitement, love the idea. Weston, great job. I think the Southern French white wine varietals, Claret, Marsanne, Roussanne, Grenache Blanc, need to be explored more. Really interesting stuff. And guys, let's Mott, St. Combe, Saint and COSME, 2009 Côte de Rhone Blanc. Zoom in again. I want to get this impression in your mind. This is a gorgeous effort and a value and a half, a screaming value. Try it. I'm very, 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 very impressed. Great bottle of wine. I highly recommend it. Go out and find it. Question of the day. What is your favorite movie that you've seen? Your favorite holiday movie? Your favorite Christmas, Hanukkah, but, holiday movie. Your favorite all-time holiday movie. Ma, what's your favorite all-time holiday movie?
I think Miracle on 34th Street.
It's a classic, right? Black and white, right?
It's the perfect little movie.
Will you watch it on Christmas Day?
No, we already watched it.
You watched it already. Did they air it already?
No, I have it on DVD.
And you watched it?
Yeah.
As like a thing?
Yeah.
Because they'll play during, TV, gets crazy this time of year.
Yeah, then TBS has
You know what's on all
Christmas
the time?
Story.
Wizard of Oz now. Wizard of Oz has become like a holiday movie. It plays on TBS for 2 weeks during this time of year.
I haven't seen it.
It's such a great movie, but it's surely not a holiday movie.
No.
Mine's probably like Frosty the Snowman. I'm a big animation guy. It's a cartoon. I love that Frosty.
What's the one I could never get into was
Rudolph?
No, the big one, with Jimmy Stewart. Wonderful Life.
Oh, It's a Wonderful
I
Life.
can't get it.
It's boring, right?
I just cannot get it.
Yeah. And there's a whole bunch of new ones, like Fred Claus and all this, Elf. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I want to know your favorite holiday movie. I'll be interested to see how many go old school, how many go new school. Come on, zoom in on this. Find this wine. You, with a little bit of me, we are changing the wine.